Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Real Betis 1, Chelsea FC 4 in the UEFA Conference League Final 2025. Chelsea have won it all. They are the Conference League champions. They fill out their trophy case of UEFA trophies once again. It didn't come without war, though. It didn't come without trying. It didn't come without fight. It didn't come without scares. Let's be real. Real Betis 1, Chelsea FC 4. Liga Conferencia de la UEFA final. Chelsea campeón de la Conferencia. Chelsea campeón. El mejor campeón de la UEFA. There you go. With that being said, Chelsea, that first half was horrible. Let's be real. The first half was absolute horrible. If that first half was better, this would have never been a question. The second half was where Chelsea came through. And that shows how much the mentality of this team has grown throughout the year. This team has grown. This team has gotten better. This team has grown into the positions of where I wouldn't say everybody wants them to be, but they look like the Chelsea we know and love more and more as this season went on. And they've won every game but one in the Conference League. Every one but one. 2 if you want to count the Servette tie. That, fair enough. If you want to count that, they've lost 2. But that was qualification. But with that being said, Chelsea, they won this trophy. First half was horrible. Second half, they were the better team, and they kept pushing and pushing and pushing till they scored the goal that tied it up. And after that, the dam burst. And once that dam burst, goals went in. Chelsea won this running away. The 4-1 scoreline's a little bit not exactly how this game went. If you're a Betis fan, I will say this. Keep your head up. This was not a 4-1 ass kicking. That is not what this game was. The first half was all Betis. All Betis in the first half. The second half was mostly Chelsea. As the half went on, Chelsea dominated more and more and more as that half went on. But Chelsea, they did just enough to win. The scoreline does not tell you anything about this game. That would give you a bad idea of what this game was. 9th minute, Abdi Ezzalzouli scores a goal. Ball played to him by Isco. Isco with the assist. Had way too much space, especially in the first half. But Ezzalzouli was cooking Chelsea. Betis looked like they were going to win this game until he came off. But he gave them the goal to give them the lead for 60 minutes. 9th minute, they scored. They had the lead till the 66th minute. So about 50 minutes of them having the lead. Ezzalzouli takes a shot, puts it past Jorgensen. Beautiful shot by Ezzalzouli. And there you go. 1-0, 1-0 Betis. Halftime, 1-0. Miro tiempo, 1-0. Betis has the lead, and they would have it till the 66th minute. That first half was horrible. As I said, Malo Gusto, the sad part about him is that Pochettino, he was the best player under Pochettino. Malo Gusto, Pochettino was his type of manager. He loved Pochettino's system. Mareshka's, I don't think it's the same. Malo Gusto had a mare tonight. Let's be real. He had a mare tonight. Luckily, Reece James came on. He should have played the whole game, but I know he's made of glass, so you wanted to keep him healthy. Also, the Club World Cup. So you kind of had to think about that in the back of your mind as well. Reece James plays the second half. They look much better. Maybe the club captain should play the whole game during a final, but whatever. 66th minute. Cole Palmer crosses the ball in. Enzo Fernandez with a header. Beats Adrian. That was a Liverpool Adrian, by the way. They tested him. He let it spill into the net. 1-1, 1-1. Chelsea tie it up, and from there, the dam broke, and Chelsea found their 4 goals to win this game. Jackson scores another cross from Cole Palmer, and Jackson hits it with his shoulder and in. It wasn't a header, but near post, Jackson shoulders it in. He scores a goal, 1-2, 1-2. 83rd minute, Jadon Sancho scores. Has the ball at an angle where he really shouldn't score it. And he takes a shot, says, screw it, I'm going to take it. Top bins, far post, banger of a goal by Jadon Sancho. 1-3, 1-3. And then 90+1, Moises Caicedo puts a bow on it, wraps it up with sprinkles and frosting. Ball play doing by Enzo Fernandez. Moises Caicedo from the top of the box takes a low-driven shot, puts it past Adrian. 1-4, 1-4, and that would be it. 1-4 full-time, 1-4 Chelsea. Chelsea have won the Conference League. La Campeón de la Conferencia. El mejor campeón de la UEFA. Chelsea has won every UEFA trophy once again. Once this tournament came into commission, they lost that fact. They got to this tournament on their rebuild and absolutely dominated it to bring that fact back in-house. Chelsea have won the Conference League, the Cup Winners' Cup, the Europa League, and Champions League. Also have won the Mini Club World Cup. They have not won the Intercontinental Cup. They'll have to wait a little bit to do that. But they can win the big Club World Cup this summer as well, if you want to talk about international trophies as well. So they haven't won it all just yet. Everything of UEFA, yes, and the Super Cup. They have to win the big Club World Cup to have won it all. Depending if you look at the Mini Club World Cup and Intercontinental Cup is the same thing. If you don't, then they'd have to win the Champions League just to win the Intercontinental Cup. But either way, they've won it all. UEFA, they've won it all. They know how to win. The Chelsea DNA is winning. It's back. The Chelsea DNA is back. Their winning DNA is back. And yes, the first half was ugly. It was ugly, ugly, ugly. Horrible, horrible, horrible. We don't want to speak of that ever again. Horrible. And they're lucky it was only 1-0. Let's be real. The second half, Chelsea, they honestly pushed the pace. They knew what they had to do. Betis pulls off their best player, as Alzuli, who was cooking Chelsea for some random dude that I've never heard of. And Chelsea starts pushing and knocking at the door. They break the dam with the equalizer. They score 3 more. They win the trophy. And it looks easy. It looks easy. Good for them. Good for Chelsea that they figured it out. But, man, they could have made it easier. But they wanted to make it tough. But they proved that they've grown in mentality by making it tough. So there you go. Full-time stats are as follows. 13 shots to 11. 3 shots on goal to 7. 34% possession of 66% possession. 296 passes to 592. 77% pass accuracy to 87% pass accuracy. 16 fouls to 12. 0 offside to 3. 2 yellow cards to 3. 0 red cards to 0. 4 corners to 4. I have covered this whole tournament from pillar to post, from match 1 to the final, from Ghent to Betis. And I had fun. We followed the story of Chelsea winning it all. And that was a fun thing to do. No, I'm not covering every Champions League game they play next year. No, I'm not. I'll cover every Club World Cup game, though. But, We followed it all because of the story. And it was a pretty story. They won every game but one. They won every game but one. No draws at all either. I thought this was going to go full Warsaw, but it didn't, luckily. What a run at the end there. It was 4-1. It was 4-1 for Chelsea. It was 1-1. It was 1-0. Then it was 4-1. Translate that to Spanish. You get Betis' meme now, I guess. And Anthony's still a meme, I guess, as well. But Betis, that first half, they were really good. If they could keep playing like that first half, they ran out of gas. Let's be real. They only had 60 minutes of gas. Then they were running on fumes. And if they kept on Ezzalzouli for longer, he was like the human visualization of their gas tank. They pulled him off and they lost. That's where they lost the game. Because that's when Chelsea started breaking the dam. Was against Betis when Ezzalzouli came off. And Cole Palmer, my God, he didn't score. But Cole Palmer had a freaking game. This is the Cole Palmer, I wouldn't say exactly, but this is the Cole Palmer we come to expect. If he can't score, he'll at least assist. And he did. What a game from Cole. I think he did well. He's man of the match. Those 2 assists out of nowhere, like he legit pulled some magic out of his hat. He didn't have enough for a goal, or he thought, I have enough for 2 assists and 1 goal. I'm going to get the 2 assists because that's what we need. Smart play, kid. Man of the match is Cole Palmer. What a game from Cole. I mean, seriously, this was amazing. Like, this was the Cole that we've come to want to watch and love playing for Chelsea. Yeah, he didn't score, but he did impact this game heavily. Cole Palmer, he's had a horrible year, but he ended it, at least the first half of it, pretty well. You have to believe in him. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall got an assist. I know. On the Sancho goal, I can't believe it either. And Enzo Fernandez got an assist and a goal. Overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with Chelsea's performance in the second half. The first half, I'm still pissed about it, but they won the trophy. So, can you really be that pissed? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Chelsea won. They've won every UEFA trophy. They had to fight their way to winning this trophy, but you know what? It showed that this team's mentality has grown throughout the year. And you want that. You want that. And I'm happy with it. They've won the trophy. The first half was ugly. The second half was beautiful. That's what you got to do. With that being said, there you go. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you at 6:25 Central, 7:25 Eastern for Toronto FC versus Philadelphia Union. We'll be live once again, and we'll review that game once it's over. But one thing to say, you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. We know what we are. We know what we are. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. Up the Chelsea. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.